Hi. On request from some students, I have decided to do a couple of videos for beginners. So here I presume that we are starting from the very beginning. Okay. So Microsoft Excel is a program which comes bundled along with Microsoft Office Suite. Just like Microsoft Office Suite, it has different versions. The latest one being Office 365. Almost equivalent is Office 2021. I'm using that. However, if you are using lower versions, doesn't matter. All the features that I'm explaining now will be surely available over there, right? So, when we start Excel, we get a screen like this, what you are seeing, okay? Now, Excel is a program which facilitates calculations and accounting, right? And just like accounting is being done in tables, so the Excel program also works basically in a tabular format. Therefore, it consists of sheets. This is an Excel file. What we have opened is an Excel file. As you can see on top, its name is Excel for Beginners, right? So this is the name of the file. Okay. All right. You can see the headings over there: A, B, C, D, E, F, and so on. They are called column names. Okay. So, like if we select here, we can see this is the column A and this is the column G, right? The entire column is being selected. Now, as you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they are the row numbers. So if you click on this here, you can select the entire row 3. Same way, entire row 10, right? So it's a table formed with column headings and row numbers, and as a combination of both or at a cross section of a column and a row, what you get is a cell. For example, I have clicked here. As you can see, this is known as an active cell. Active cell is the one which is selected, and whatever actions you do, for example, I am typing something, it will get typed into this active cell, right? So this is an active cell. If you can see, this cell is on column F and it is on row 6, right? So it is at the intersection of column F and row 6, right? So you can see here, this particular cell is at an intersection of column F and row 6, right? So the address of this cell or its location is given here, right? Can you see? It is F6. So if I click here, you can see F6, right? This particular thing is called name box as Excel shows it. So this is called name box. It displays the name of the cell. Okay. So name of the cell is also known as its address. So this is F6. So this cell F6 is its name, right? All right. Now let us see what we can do with this, right? All right. So I am again coming back to cell F6. I can type something in it, right? So let me just type, I'm typing serial number, and I will put a tab and go into the next cell and type name and put a tab and type city and type city, right? So if you press a tab, it moves to the next cell. Alternately, if you press enter, it moves down, right? Okay. So that means uh, I have typed some text in these three cells. So let us see where does it go. If I have come to cell F6, you can see here what is typed inside this cell. It is typed serial number, so it is showing serial number, right? Here it shows name and here city. Okay, let's go ahead and do some typing. Serial number 1, and now I'm typing somebody's name. Let us say Raj. Okay, and let's say city. So city, let it be Jaipur, right? So please notice one thing over here. In this cell, 1 has gone to the right. I did not move it there. And if you see this cell, the Raj seems to start from the left. This is known as alignment of a cell. So that brings me to the different section. I'm going to jump to it. Please see here, it's called alignment. Incidentally, those of you who are not familiar at all with any of the office packages, this what you see on top, this particular thing is called a title bar. Why is it called title bar? Because the file name or the title of the file appears here, Excel for beginners, right? Therefore it is called title bar. The owner of this name also appears over here, and then there are some small symbols. One is for minimizing, one is for restoring, and one is for closing the file, right? So this is known as title bar. The line under that, what you see here, file, home, insert, page layout, formulas, etc. Okay, these are different menus, and therefore this is called menu bar. So we have a title bar on the topmost position, then we have menu bar, and if you come under that, you will find a whole lot of things, something written and some symbols. Okay, right? You could call them as sub menus, because when I select one particular menu, now presently you can see the highlighted home menu is selected. So you are seeing you are seeing all the sub menus which pertain to home. So if I click on file, you will find the things are different because that is a file menu. Okay, if I click on insert, you will find something different appearing here. So submenus for insert are different: page layout, formula, data, review, view, developer, and help. Okay, so by default, when you start an Excel sheet, it will be on home, and you see the whole lot of submenu items. Okay, all right. Now this first layer being title bar, second layer being menu bar, third layer, what you're seeing, third line, what you're seeing is popularly called a ribbon. Why is it called a ribbon? Because it holds different sections of the ribbon with different facilities or submenus, and they are the shortcuts to those submenus, right? Not exactly shortcut, but if you pretty much click on it, it will function that, right? All right. So the first section is called clipboard over here, right? You will notice that for some of the submenus or some portions of the ribbon, like this is clipboard, there is a symbol over here that is for expanding. Okay, so this clipboard can be expanded, and you will see more things what can be done with clipboard, right? All right, same way this is font. So if you click on it, you will find one new pop-up window, and all the possibilities that could be done under font are shown here. The important and frequently used out of these are shown here, okay? So that you could choose the type of font, you should choose the size, you can increase or reduce size, you can make it bold, you can make it italics, you can make it underline, all right? You can border it with different borders, and you can give a background color, and you can color the text. So these are the several different features of font which are available quickly here. Okay, so they could be used, but many more are available under font. So when you click on this expanded thing, you will see a window which is opening. It is called format cells. So font is also, what is a font? Font is also a portion of formatting cell. That means in a cell you may like to choose some size of font, some color of font, some background and so on. So we are formatting that cell. Okay. The next box here, okay, let me close this pop-up window. Next one on the line is alignment. Okay, alignment. That means inside a cell, how would you like to align the content? Okay, what we will do is we will increase the size of a cell. Okay, I'm increasing the size of a cell, right, and I'm making it big like this, correct? Now I have clicked here, you can see a bigger size of the cell. I have increased its width, this is known as width, and this is known as height. Okay, I've increased it so that you understand the alignment. Okay, I'm coming into the cell, I will increase the font also a bit. Okay, and I will just type a number. Let's say I'm typing 10 and I will enter here. See, this 10 has gone to the bottom and it has gone to the right. So if you notice here, this is called align left, this is called align center, and this is called align right. I'll demonstrate to you. By default, the numbers get aligned to the right. If you want to bring it to the middle, in this you can click on this align center. Okay, sorry, I should be in this cell and align center. You'll find 10 has appeared on the center, and align left, it will appear on the left. So this particular line is called horizontal alignment. Align left, align center, and align right. Similarly, the upper line is for vertical alignment. Okay, so vertical alignment means presently it is aligned to the bottom, then it can be vertically aligned to the center, and it can be vertically aligned to the top. Okay, so now it has reached top in the vertical alignment section. Now we can still horizontally align it. This is horizontal right, and I will put it to horizontal middle, and I will put it to horizontal left. Likewise, if you want to choose in a big cell, if you want to choose horizontally in the middle and also vertically in the middle, then choose center align. So it comes in the center horizontally, and vertically also put it center align. So now it has come exactly in the middle. Remember, whatever you type will come over here. I have come to this contents, right? I'll double click it. I am removing it, and now I'm typing some text here. For example, I'm typing Jaipur. Okay, you will find this text also will be centrally aligned horizontally as well as vertically. Let us check it. Left, right, and center, and again in center, top, bottom, right, and center and top. Likewise, you could pretty much align your text or the contents of a cell how you wish by using this alignment. Okay, all right. There is one more interesting feature. If you click here, it is known as orientation. That means sometimes, for example, you are writing serial number, name, city, etc., but you don't want to give more space for it. Okay, because the contents we are writing in a table are small, so you can have this particular thing in uh, align. So I have aligned it in this manner, right? So this way, for example, if I have aligned it like this, So it is going to occupy lesser width, right? We'll come to it, more of it. So see, if I put it, there is a down clockwise arrow here. So we can have a vertical text, like this is vertical text, yes. We can have it rotate text up, that means Jaipur, it is being rotated up. And same way, okay, rotate down, rotate up, vertical text, angle clockwise. So it is Jaipur coming in this way, or you could have angle counterclockwise. So Jaipur going the other way, right? So you can pretty much have your contents of the cell aligned left, right, and center horizontally as well as vertically, and also can choose an orientation like this, counterclockwise up or clockwise down or vertical up and so on. So much for alignment, right? There is some more thing we may like to see in alignment. Let me make it normal. I will make it I will click on format cell alignment. So I can pretty much see here I have chosen on format cell alignment. Orientation is shown nicely over here like this. If I click here, the orientation would change. Okay. For example, let me click it here, right? It has come like this. So let me come again and make it normal. So I'll put it to the middle, right? Exactly in the middle, and click OK, right? Now this cell height has been increased, right? Supposing I have more text over here, for example, I have a sentence written in a cell, okay? For example, I can write flat number 2, okay? Flat number 2, what else? Baker Street, okay, flat number 2 Baker Street, right? Now if you see here, the complete content what I typed is not visible, okay? 2 Baker Street, right? Yes, it is visible, okay? But it is not in the cell. Cell is only this much, right? Cell is only this much. It is extending to the left and extending to the right. Let me make it left align so that you will see it now, okay? Here 2 comma because so street seems to be overflowing, but don't think it is in this cell. It is in pretty much in G10. It is overflowing outside, but the contents are still within G10 and they are visible to Baker Street. So what can we do now? We don't want it to overflow into the next, so we can come here and go to the alignment and click on format cell alignment, okay? Now there is a section called text control. In that you could choose wrap text, right? Wrap text means if the text flows beyond the width of the cell, it will automatically move into the second line in a cell. That is what is known as wrapping it up inside the cell. So I click OK. Now you'll find the street has disappeared. It has not disappeared, but it is not overflowing. That means it needs another line, but I could pretty much increase the height then, okay? And now you'll find that 2 comma Baker Street has come within the specified width. See, width allowed is only this much, but the content cannot come within this. So by using wrap text, we have managed to put it into a second line. So that is what is done by using wrapping text. So whenever there are column widths limited in size available, that means we want more columns to accommodate on a screen because we would like to take a printout. In that case, we could make such adjustment and increase the height of the cell and use wrap text. Okay. All right. So we have seen something more. Let us see something more of this. For example, it is suppose I want to give a heading to this particular thing. Okay. So let us say serial number, name, and city. Okay. Let us say I want to give headings. Okay. I'm going to call it my friends list. So I would like to give this heading to this table which I have made here. I would like to give a heading as my friends list. It's looking a little awkward. I would like to put it in the middle properly. So because this table extends between 1, 2 and 3 cells. So what I could do is I could select 1, 2 and 3 cells on top and use merge and center. So when I merge and center, now you'll find this entire cell has become one cell, okay, and its address will be F4, okay, its address will be F4, but it has occupied and merged with G4 and H4, so it will look like one cell and it looks a neat heading, right? So it looks neat heading for this address book which I may have made for my friends. So that is for merge and center. Okay. So there are other things: merge cell, merge across, unmerge, etc. Obviously, it will remove the merging, right? So, for example, if you have we have taken we have merged these cells, okay, so if I click on it also, it will remove the merging, right? Now they are not merged. This is a separate cell, this is a separate cell, and this is a separate cell. If I select all these three again and click merge, you can see the divider lines have disappeared and these cells are merged and the text has come in the middle, right? So this is for alignment. So we have seen font, okay, we have seen alignment, and we have seen um, alignment of a particular cell. Okay, there is more to it. I don't think I need to explain this bold, italics and underline. You have to just select a cell and click on bold. It will make it bold. I will make it italics and you will make it underline. That's it. And as you click it again, it will be removed. That's it. I could change the font pretty much by clicking over here. So font style will be changed. I made it Arial black and I could increase the font to a different size, right? 18 for example. I could reduce the size by this by continuously clicking, so it goes on reducing, and I could increase it by clicking on this, so it goes on increasing, right? So I could change the color of the text and I could apply a background to it. I could apply different background also. By clicking on it, I could choose different colors. Okay, so any such color I could apply. Alright, I am applying this just to show you. So this is the background color and this is the text color. Pretty simple, right? Alright. I suppose you know how to cut, copy and paste as in Word or any other office applications, but since we are at beginning, let me just demonstrate. For example, I am in this cell which is written serial number. I can copy it and I can come to the other cell and I can paste it. Once something is copied, you could paste it. Unless anything is copied, you cannot paste it, right? So same way it has come here, I could pretty much use cut. So that you'll find, ants running around this cell. So it is cut. I could go to another cell and I could click paste. So it will appear over there. That means cut and paste means it removes from the original position and puts it in a new position, right? Copy just creates a copy but retains the original one, and once you paste it, it will go to the new destination where you want it. Okay, but there is one other different feature which I will explain after I tell you about a formula. I have not yet come to formula. First we are going uh, taking a look at this ribbon one by one. So we have finished. Okay, there is a format painter. For example, the serial number is like this. Okay, I could come onto this cell because I want to give a format to the serial number exactly how I had given my friends list. So instead of wasting time and giving it background color and the text color and its font and so on, what I can do is I can simply come onto the cell and copy the font. That means I will click on format painter Okay, so this particular format has been painted, and you can see now there is a brush which has come because it is going to paint this format or apply to this format to wherever I click. So I'm clicking on this cell, and you will find automatically this particular cell has assumed the same format, background, size, color, and everything. So that is why we use a format painter. So if you have formatted something and you want to use it repeatedly, you could use format painter, right? Okay, all right. Having seen these things, let us move on to the next, and that part is called number. Okay, number means numbers could be uh, numbers could be given uh, or typed in different manner. For example, I can simply write integers 10, 12, 13, 14, or I can write floating point numbers 10.55, or I can write floating point numbers with three decimals, floating point 554, and so on. So you could have certain number of decimal values for the desired accuracy. All right. So various number formats are available under this. Okay. So this is the one for number formats. If I click it here, it will open a window. Okay, but I think first let me type a number, then it will make better sense. So let me type 230, right? So in this cell we have 230, right? So let me do with the shortcuts first, which are available over here. The first one, as you see, it already reads percent style. That means if you want to show it as percentage, it will show as percentage. But I won't be doing it now. When I teach you percentage, at that time I will cover it. So then it says increase decimal, right? So I click on it, and now you'll see it has become 230.0. I click it again, 230.00. Click it again, 230.000. And likewise, there is the next one is decrease decimal. Click on it, two zeros. Click on it, 10, and click on it, no zero. That means no decimal. So these are the shortcuts for doing it. But let us see if there is any other way of doing it. So I click on this, and you get format cells window again. Now this format cells window, whatever we saw, font, alignment, number, all these three are part of this. Okay, all these three, but the repeatedly or commonly used ones are shown over here for quick usage by the user. But everything together, if you want to access and do it, you should click on one of these and open format cells window. So under this, the first one is number, next one is alignment. What we saw here, alignment, yes. So these things are pretty much available over here. Then font, what we saw in font is available under this, and borders, which is part of this window font, is also available in more details. And so we have fill, so you can fill a cell with a color. Okay, and we have a cell protection. Okay, let's not do everything at the same time. We are on numbers, so let me see whether is the cell selected. It is 230. So the first format chosen is number. Sample shows how it is going to display, and here is the decimal places you can choose. Okay, I can increase the decimals. Okay, and now you can see. Okay, and I have to click OK. So you'll find it has acquired three decimals. Let me go again with that. And so three decimal point, it's possible to type it instead of clicking so many times. You could type 1 and click OK. So it is going to have 230.1. All right, let us go again. I'm going by clicking on right click and clicking format cells. All right. Next one we'll take a look at is currency. Many times when you are doing accounting, you may be doing currency because I have been registered as an Indian user. It is by default now it is giving rupees. Can you notice? So if I want this 230 to be written as rupees, so that rupee symbol, rupee will be attached before the number. Let me click OK and you will find rupees 230 over here. But remember that rupee symbol is only for showing. The value in the cell can be seen here. It is only 230. Okay. Don't ever type RUPEE etc. If you type like that, the whole thing becomes text. Okay. Don't type RS also. Whatever you type other than the number, the whole thing becomes a text or a string. Just keep the number there and go on to number format. Okay. Right. I'm going to right click and format cells and you will find the number format currency. If you are in some other country, you could choose your currency by clicking over here. You can see so all the currencies are given here, right? For example, okay, English, Canada, English, whatever, Hong Kong, Canada, New Zealand, Singapore, the currencies in those countries have been displayed. Okay, all right. So, for example, English, or that is shown as Australia. So you will see the currency of that country. If you click here, the symbol would change according to that. So you could have pretty much any currency, okay, yen or a dollar or a pound or a rupee, whichever country you are, you could choose the currency and the symbol would be shown. So much for currency. Mind you, generally by default, whenever we take number and choose currency, generally by default it will have two decimals. Okay, because I had chosen one, it became one, right? So let me make it 2, so it is going to show, okay, dollars 230.00. All right, let us see some more variety in it. Okay, so let's go to number and we have got this. So there is something known as accounting also. So there, when you take accounting, it will put the same thing. I'll put two decimals. Okay, the others are different, date and time. Obviously 230 can neither be date nor be time, and then there is percentage, which I'm not doing, and okay, I'll leave the other things. Okay, the next one is text also. If you wish this matter to be shown as a text, you could pretty much choose text over here, right? All right, so we have finished numbers and we have finished alignment and we have finished font. Okay, let us do the borders also. Where do you border? Generally, if you are doing a text in a tabular form, let us assume, okay, I'm just going to copy these and paste it so that it looks like a table. Okay, let it be so much. Supposing I want this to appear like a table, okay, I could choose, go here and a shortcut. I'm seeing all the borders, right? So I could choose here all borders. So the table appears with all borders, right? You may like to have a table like this. Some cells or somewhere you may like to use only right alignment or only not alignment, only right border, left border. So it has all the possible options. Okay, you could choose bottom border, top border, left border, right border. Why? Because let me just show you, this table is having border for all the cells. Supposing we don't want that, let me just undo it. Okay, but we want the entire thing to appear in one particular border, right? So you could choose on it. Okay, bottom, top, right, etc., etc., all borders. Here is one outside border. Okay, so we can click on outside border and you will find the entire content has been given an outside border. So every cell could be given all four borders. You can adjust it with the left border, right border, top border, bottom border, and all borders, and an outside border also. So in this manner you can add the text. It could be number, it could be text, it could be right align, left align, center align, horizontally, as well as on top. Remember, the numbers by default are right aligned and the text by default is left aligned. What else could you do? You could wrap the text if it is not containing it the width available for the text, so that it makes more lines in the cell, probably you will have to increase the height of it to accommodate more lines. So we have seen wrap text, we have seen how you can merge the cells and put a common heading or something like that, and thereafter we have seen the numbers and how we could do number alignment and so on. Let me do this part of the number as which is percentage, which I did not cover. Suppose a person has got 70% marks, right? 70. Okay. Remember, Excel takes percentages as a fraction. That means it takes as a 0.7. 70% would be taken as by Excel as 0.7. Why is that so? It helps in further computation. For example, 70% discount to a purchase amount. So what you would do is purchase amount multiplied by 0.7. That would give you the amount in discount. So the Excel treats percentages as decimal point value. So 0.7 means 70%. And what would be 7%? It would be 0.07. Okay, that means it is 7 over 100, so that is 70%. This is 0.7, that means 7 over 10 actually, or 70 over 100. So this way percentages are given. But what if we want to write percentages? How do you write 70%? Please, for God's sake, don't write 70 like this, and don't by using symbol type percentage. Okay, like this. Don't ever type like this to show that this is 70% mark. This is very bad and in fact wrong. Why is that so? I will show you. Because if you have some number and if you multiply this number with 70%, you are going to get a wrong answer. Okay, therefore please don't do it. So if 70% is to be written, okay, just write 0.7, right? Sorry, I think I typed wrongly. Okay, let me come here. 0.7. Okay, so type it like this, and this is the percentage symbol. Now percent style, control plus shift percent, or you could click on this. See, can you notice? Now here it is for display purpose, it is showing 70%. Okay, but its value is actually 0.7 only. Okay, please remember this and understand once for all. So if you want, this is actually 0.7. If you multiply it with some other cell, it will take its value as 0.7, but for showing purpose it is showing that 0.7 means 70%, so it is showing 70%. Okay, if I remove it, I am removing this percentage thing. Okay, I suppose it can't be removed like that. Okay, so I'm going to delete this and I'm going to do it once again. Let me write 70%, let me write 70 over here. Okay, because the style was chosen as 70%, it took 70%, right? Let me go to a new cell here and put 70. Why am I spending so much time on this? Because people make mistakes. So if I type 70 over here, okay, and make it percentage, look at this, what it has done. It has made 7,000%. So what it does is it multiplies it by 100 actually. Okay, and displays the percentage. So if you type 0.7, you know it means it is 7%. So when you want to display this particular value in percentages, it needs to be multiplied by 100 and the symbol percentile needs to be attached. That's exactly what Excel does. This is 0.7, as we understand it is 70%, and I'm going to click here percentage and you will see it has multiplied by 100. So 0.7 into 100 is 70, and it has attached a symbol of percent, right? So what have we done? In this video we have covered this much portion, right? We have covered clipboard, which means cut, copy and paste, and also format printer. Then we have covered font, where we can choose the style of font and its size and background color, and also bordering of one cell or a range of cells. Then we have seen alignment, in which left, right, and center horizontally as well as vertically. All right. And we have also seen that it can be given orientation. Okay, we can type vertically down or vertically up or even at a given angle. That is done by orientation of the text. Then we have seen that when the text is more, we could do wrap text, so that text in the cell for a given width can appear in multiple lines. You may have to increase the height of it. Okay. Then we have seen contents. If you want to give a title, you could merge a couple of cells and make them into one big cell and put a title of the table like we did for my friend list. After that, we saw several different formats of number. Okay, where we could give decimals, desired number of decimals, 1 2 3 or as many as you wish. Or we also learned how to attach a currency sign to it, say rupee or a dollar or a pound. And in the end we saw how Excel uses percentages by showing it as zero point 0.7 for 70, okay, and zero point 0.01 for 1%, right? And when you want to display it as percentage, it simply multiply. You can click here, it simply multiplies it by 100 and attaches a percentage symbol. Internally its value still remains same as it was earlier. I think that's it for this video. See you in the next video for further tabs, right? Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel and hit the bell to get notifications and share it with your friends if you find it useful.